Ah, I was just sitting here thinking, friends. I was thinking how if if only I had a nice bag of potato chips, you know what I'd be doing? I'd be eating those potato chips probably instead of doing this blurb. It's it's one of my most favorite things, potato chips. Honestly, it is. And that's what I was doing. I was sitting here thinking, yeah, man, boy, a nice bag of chips sure would taste good. Yep, potato chips. Oh, they're the best, aren't they? Oh gosh, there's potato chips that aren't that good. There's potato chips that are. Myself, I like Wise potato chips. Oh gosh, there's a brand out in Pennsylvania, Utz's. Yeah, and they make the best barbecued chip. In fact, if you're lucky, if you can find them in your supermarket, you can't always. They have a super hot barbecued potato chip. It's a potato chip. You put it in your mouth, you start chewing on it. Oh my God, you start running around like you're on fire. Oh my God, but they're so good. Oh heavens. Yes. And by the time you're all done with the whole bag, you got, barbecue potato chip dust all over. Well, if you have a beard, yeah. It gets on mine. Yeah, people come out, oh gosh, look at you. You got a red beard. You've been eating those potato chips again, huh? Yeah, yeah. They are good. And the thing is working in a supermarket, I work so hard that that I can eat a bag of potato chips. God, and I lose weight. Yeah, well, it's kind of great. Oh, the work is tough, but hey, you can eat whatever you want. I mean, sure you got to pay for it and all that, of course, but you get the idea. Oh, are they good? It's funny. I was thinking on this. Why in heaven's name would potato chips be like the big comfort food for me? And I thought back and thought back. Usually somewhere there's a time when it started. And I remember for me, I said to myself, when did you first really start getting into potato chips? And I said, I can't remember a time when I didn't love them. And it hit me. I went back and as far as I could and about 3 or 4 years old. So that was like a million years ago now for me. 19, let me see, I would have been four in like 1949, 1950, something like that. Yeah, I would have been around that age. Yeah, around then, it's about the age I would have been. I mean, who's counting? You get back that far, right? I remember my mom said, "Hey, come on in here a minute into the kitchen." And mom, well, my father was on the road as a salesman, so he was up in New York State. So basically, it was mom and me. And she says, "Come on in." She said, I'm going to try to make something cool. Now, look," she said, "I want you to stay away from the oven. Okay, you see the stove?" Yeah, I said, "Yeah, Ma, stay away from it." I said, "Okay, anything you say." She says, I'm gonna be working with some hot oil, hot fat." I said, "Okay, hot fat. I understand. Why, you making French fries or something?" She says, "No, something better." I said, "Well, what could be better than French fries?" She said, "Potato chips." I said, "Ma, you can get them in a bag." No, no. She says, "No, no, no, no." She says, we're gonna. I said, "Oh yeah, they got them down at the store. I've seen them. Yeah, like a nickel a bag for but yeah, it's about what they were. What are they now? About $80 a bag for chips, I think, something like that." Um, and she says, "No, we're going to make some." She says, "I got this," and she showed me. She had this slicer that she says, "Look," she says, "you can do this. Just don't cut your fingers off." I said, "Okay." And she said, "You put the potato on this, and you just back and forth, like that, and the little slices will come out the bottom. You see the knife blade?" I said, "Yeah." Says, "That's very sharp. Don't go. Yeah, don't. I don't want you to slice your finger off." I said, "Okay. You'll be the first to know if I do." She said, "Yeah, I know." She says, but I, she says, "Well, I just slice the potatoes. Pay attention. Okay, don't look at anything else. Just keep your eyes on that and keep slicing." He says, "Meanwhile, I'm going to get the fat good and hot." And she had all this Crisco, and she's blobbing Crisco into one of her French frying pans. Yeah, she had like a French frying. Yeah, it was a pan. It was like, yeah, not a frying pan. It was like a pot for making like spaghetti sauce. But she used this only for rendering down, turning Crisco into boiling oil. Okay, it was, she had her special pan for that. Don't use it for anything else. Maybe she thought it was going to catch fire. I suppose it could. And so we got so I'm slicing the potatoes. And she says, I got that one done. What do you think? She says, yeah, not bad. Good. Now she says, spread them out on paper towels. I want them dry. Actually, I don't think we used I think we used kitchen towels. We're made out of cloth. And we got the moisture out of the potatoes. Okay, because they were kind of sweaty after getting sliced. Well, you'd be sweaty too. And so we got all these so I did another potato and another potato. I said, how many potatoes you want? She says, well, we're going to make potato chips. Come on. Your father's going to be home from work, from the road tonight. I was thinking he'd like this. I said, yeah, okay. She said, I'm cutting you in on a few of these too. In fact, a lot of them. I said, cool. But we're saving some for your father. I said, okay, yeah, sure. I figured maybe later I could start crying and she'd give me more, but no, that didn't work this time with the old man coming home. But we were slicing them down, and I said, really, I could walk up to the store and get a bag of these if you want. No, she says, you're going to like these. What do you see? And she said, now, how many you've got? We had layer upon layer of towels with potato slices in between to dry them off. She says, okay. She says, let's let them dry just a little more. I said, why are we letting them dry? They'll dry in the French fry grease. She says, you got to be careful. You don't want a lot of wet moisture getting into French fry grease. It'll sometimes make it splatter, and if it were to hit the flame, it catches fire. We got trouble. I said, okay. And plus, you say you get some of that grease on you, it hurts. She says, you don't want to be messing with French fry grease. Just stay back. She says, now, if I start running, you run too. Says, I'll do my best to pick you up. No, Mom wouldn't have left me. She's good. She was a good kid. She's a good mom. But so she says, now you ready? Here, says, why don't you get your chair and stand over there and watch? She says, because it's pretty cool. And she starts laying the potato slices into the grease, and they sizzle and stuff. And it didn't take long. She had like a strainer, that you could put them in with and then pull them out. And it only took, seconds, if I recall right. If I recall, I could be wrong on this. You'd have to look it up in a book. But she said, oh, there they are. Look at them. See how nice and brown they are? I said, God, they look like just in the bag. She says, yeah, except that we're missing the salt. Go get the salt. So I went and grabbed the salt. I brought it back. She says, yeah, that's the salt. Okay. I couldn't read yet, but I knew salt when I saw it. And shaking it all. Yeah, she's shaking the salt on the potato chips. She says, now they're too hot yet. Way too hot. Don't touch them. Oh, I wanted to touch them so bad. And she's got them on paper towels, if I recall right. And she's letting them, she's letting the grease some of the grease get off of them. And then she's salting them. She said, oh, God, she says, let me feel one here. She says, yeah, it's just right, just crispy and all, still warm. Here, try one. Oh, friends, I'll tell you the truth. I don't know when I've ever tasted anything better. Oh God, it was good. I said, Mom, these are better than the bag. She says, well, of course they are. She says, we're making them at home. She says, oh, I'm going to make a bunch of these. Your father's going to go nuts. I said, yeah, boy. She says, yeah, there you go. So anyway, yeah, they was throwing them all together there. By the time it was all said and done, we had quite a few. And we each had a bowl of warm potato chips, and boy, life was good. And I said, so what's that stuff you use? She says, well, that's Crisco. I says, looks like fluff. Yeah. Fluff. Fluff. Yeah. It looks like grease, but fluff is it's sort of like icing in a can. It's marshmallow fluff. I don't know. It's kind of stickier than icing. And probably if you fell into a vat of fluff, they'd never find you. I think you go in. Yeah. But you spread it like on toast, or I guess you just eat it by the spoonful, put it over ice cream, I suppose. And it's pretty darn good. Real sweet. It's like marshmallows would have been turned to pudding. Yeah, only thicker. Yeah, and stickier. Right. And it's hard to tell it from grease because that happened to me one day. I know mom had a can of. I knew mom had a can of fluff somewhere, a jar of it, and I'd now and then I'd get some put on my cereal or whatever you did. We made a fluff and peanut butter sandwich, and I liked the stuff. Now mom wasn't around, so I'm looking through the kitchen, and I say, "Well, there you go. That's where she keeps the fluff under the in the cabinet under the sink." And I look, yeah, let me see now. I didn't know how to read, but I knew letters. And I said, well, let me look. Let me read this out. It says Crisco. Let's see, Crisco. Yeah, that's fluff. Okay. Fluff was in the kitchen, in the cabinet over the sink. Yeah. Well, but Crisco was down there where I could get a hold of it. It sure looked like fluff when I opened the jar, the can rather. And so I get me a spoon, big old spoon, and I dig into that Crisco. Oh boy, fluff. Here we come. Yeah. I eat it. Oh my God. Oh, I was running around the house yelling and spitting. Yeah. Crying eventually. Yeah, I wasn't too happy. Ran into the bathroom and spitting the stuff in the toilet, not barfing, but like that. Oh my God! I found some like a napkin in the kitchen. I'm rubbing it all over, trying to get the stuff off my tongue. Oh God! And then who walks in? Mom. What are you doing running around the house? I said, where you go? Poison fluff, Ma. She's, oh, you ate Crisco. She says, God, did you spit it out? I said, yeah. Oh, it was awful. She says, well, I don't doubt it. She says, you want some fluff? I said, yeah. And peanut butter too, please. I got to get this out of my mouth. And she set me down a nice big bowl of fluff. And after a while, yeah, the Crisco went away. Oh my God. I had a good mom. Yeah, she put up with me. Yeah, good girl. And no one like her. Well, your mom too, right? Same thing for you, of course. Oh, all right. Well, listen, that's I just thought you'd like that story. I just thought I don't know, I was in the mood to talk about potato chips. Boy, they're good. You know, a good job if you can get one. I think you got to pay to get it. And they may not do it anymore. They may do this with computers, which is a sorry state of affairs. But there used to be people at the potato chip factories. I used to call on them. Their job was to watch the potato chips come off out of the oven, or not out of the oven, out of the fat. And they would watch for bad potato chips, ones that got burnt too much, and they'd pick them off the assembly line. But there was no rule. It said you couldn't eat it. Yeah. Oh, nice hot potato chips. And of course, now and then, oh, I goofed, and you pulled a good one off and ate it. Who's to know, you know? And yeah, most of those people were about 800 pounds. They were smiling. Boy, they ate a lot of potato chips. It was, yeah, potato chip inspector. And then again, now and then you did have to eat it. It wasn't like you were stealing. It was like you had to test the, quality control. Right. They'd all be sitting there with a big glass of water alongside them. Yeah. Yeah. Good job. Again, it's probably gone, it's been automated now, I suppose. But I think potato chips are the worst for it because you need that human touch. Well, anyway, don't eat Crisco. Eat fluff. Fluff. Right. Or is it FLUF? I'm not. Well, you'll get the idea. Look for the FL. You'll be fine. Okay, friends, that's a wrap. See you now. God bless.